Right now. Where is he at? How are you? Hey, all right. Here we are again. Beautiful. Switch me.
Hi everyone. My name is Jody Schultz. I am the mayor of this wonderful city, and we are so honored to have Oscar de la Hoya here and his team. So thank you. So the Teen Center, where we are right now, it serves our youth in our community, and it is such an important program and place for people, especially people who are at risk, who may not have the support and resources needed to be able to have after-school activities. This program really promotes goodwill. It promotes good stewardship and just community for our youth. And so we have several of our boxers here. Some of them are going to be doing their first fights. I'm thinking of Fabian. I don't know where he is. And there he is. So, you know, we're really proud of this program because it does serve our youth. And our youth are the most important thing in our community right now. And, well, forever. I have a daughter who's 11, and it's something that we want to make sure that we're promoting. And so the fact that Oscar de la Hoya is here and donating these things to our very important program, we're just honored. There are no words for how we feel about this generosity. So thank you so much.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you. Yeah, so appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, it's I'm thinking about when I was a kid, growing up in East LA, you know, 6, 7 years old, walking to the gym, having no gear whatsoever. Remember borrowing hand wraps from my brother, and you know, my very first fight when I was 6 years old. He's older than me. He's like 7 years older than me. So I borrowed his boxing boots, which were 4 sizes bigger. I borrowed his boxing gloves that came all the way up to here, and so I looked like a little clown with a big headgear. And so it reminds me of those times that, you know, if I had somebody who can come to a gym and give us equipment, and you know, it would just motivate me, you know. It would motivate me to whether it was to train harder, whether it was to do better in school, whether it was to just be motivated in life, you know, because somebody cares, somebody other than your parents, somebody cares for me. So, you know, I wish I had this, and that's why I do it, because it's a reminder about the little things in life, you know, the little things that really matter. And so to me, it's an honor and a privilege, and you know, I couldn't do this without my good friend Ben Barker, who makes this possible. You know, we teamed up together, and all we want to do is give kids an opportunity and a chance. But because this is not just about boxing, it's about literally getting motivated and really feeling about having a chance in life. You know, boxing is a tool, and I've always said it myself, is that boxing for me is just a vehicle to do bigger and better things in life. So you know, you guys have an opportunity here to not only train and win fights and become whatever you want to be, and whether it's a fighter, whether it's whatever you want to be, but you know, take this opportunity and really think about what's happening here, you know, because it can affect your life for the future, you know, in a very positive way. So, you know, I see you kids here, and I picture myself like you. I was there one day, you know. I was there when I was your age. And so the fact that I can be here now doing these things, for me, is it really is a privilege. So thank you very much, Ben, for doing this. Thank you for the opportunity you give to all these kids. So we greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for having us. We have the pleasure to have a fighter under Golden Boy that's fighting this Saturday, live on the Zone, globally. He's fighting Jojo Diaz in an amazing fight, amazing opportunity. The winner will go on to obviously bigger and better things. So thank you for being here. Good luck on Saturday, and you know, thank you for inspiring as well.
Yes.
I know that you you do a lot of great things, and so we greatly appreciate you motivating the youth.
Of course, thank you so much, Oscar, and being here, and actually your story. I feel it a little bit on myself as well, because growing up in the Philippines, you know, knowing I don't have anything, and you know, by God's grace and giving me this talent, you know, I got here, and I can understand what you were saying, and I felt that. And me as well, you know, I have things in the Philippines that I was making a gym for the youth as well, the kids that needs, you know, opportunity as well. And likewise what you said, and it's really great what you're doing right now. It's great, and especially with the kids having a future and this, and also with me fighting under your promotion. Such a blessing, and you guys are nothing but the best, and I will do my best right here. Thank you for having me here, and thank you everyone.
You got it, yeah, thank you.
Such an inspiration to our youth for you to be here. You're inspirational and motivational for all of us. So I'd like to introduce Councilmember Sam King, former mayor, and he's going to say a few words now.
All right. Thank you very much,
Oscar. And I just want to say he's really like my role model ever since I was young. You're probably a little bit older than I am, and I can say even in high school, just watching you and you fight, wow, it's just so amazing.
Thank you.
And today I really have the pleasure to be with you. It's such an honor, and it is so grateful to see you really care about all the communities, especially Duarte. And thank you so much for bringing in all these equipment that is so desperately needed. I can tell you that under the leadership of Victor, and also the coaches like Louis, and also with like Danny, and all the other coaches, and then with Manuel, so on, these people have done such a wonderful job, especially during the pandemic. During the pandemic, I can tell you, I was going into a really bad situation, and I'm sure a lot of people were going through a lot of deep depression and so on. And I want to say, Victor took me under his wing, and I have no idea how to go in and box. I was a water polo player, right? So I just know how to swim. So he said, grab these gloves on and just start doing it. And then because of his guidance, he really saved me. And I can tell you, just not me, now we have over 55 kids, and this place is, I mean, it's packed, as you can see. It's so awesome that we really want to expand, and we want to say thank you again for giving all these equipment, so we can have all these equipment for the kids, so they can go ahead and be successful. And like what you said, a lot of these kids, they come here, they perhaps don't have a guidance, or maybe they don't have a direction. And this is really a foundation for these people later on. Either they want to be a boxer or be something that's going to be successful later on down the road. So thank you so much for coming.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Victor Valenzuela, who is the head of this program and our inspiration within Duarte.
Well, I want to really thank all Oscar coming down here and Golden Boy Promotions for donating all this equipment. It's incredible, very well needed. It's amazing, all this equipment and equipment we need, headgear, bag gloves, everything. Also, on a side note, I want to thank you also because we have one of our boxers that is also fighting on your card.
Right,
Saturday.
right.
Pat.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
Where's
Where's
Pat?
Okay.
Come on, Pat.
He's gonna make Duarte proud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
We're
great.
not tripping you
Yeah.
right now. Don't break anything if you're fine.
Yeah, Pat.
It is so great that you're able to get one of our boxers from Duarte on your card this Saturday, and we're so thankful. Again, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Can we
welcome.
have all the boxers that train here raise your hand so we can see?
Why don't we get him a?
Yeah, we'll have a photo.
Okay.
So thank you all. I'd like to recognize the media. Thank you for being here today. I believe we have a couple of our MIT students here, some production students. So that's our alternative high school, and we're proud to have them here. We have some other leaders in the community. We have Councilmember Cesar Garcia, who is a long-term Duarte resident since birth. Councilmember Tara Martins Ocampo, who's also her husband. We have Rosa Holguin from the school board, president of the school board, Cece Carroll, member of the school board, Reina Diaz. We have from Grace Napolitano's office, Carrie Lamb. And we have Catherine Barker's office here. We have Ms. Tiffany. We have from Susan Rubio's office, we have Crystal Lopez. And did I miss anyone? Do we have Wendy here from Wendy, Assemblymember Rubio's office? And Kim Bell and Dr. Gordon Amerson were going to be here as well. I'd also like to recognize Louis Valenzuela, who is the brother of We have Marilyn Mays, who's the supervisor of the Teen Center and is responsible for the program. We have the director of Parks and Recreation, Manuel Enriquez. And we have our Duarte youth, so and all of the people in the community who support the people who live in this community. We're very proud of it, and to have you here is such an honor and inspiration for all of us. So thank you for this tremendous gift and for your time and having you all here. So thank you.
I have to say a few words in Spanish, since there's my friends here in the Spanish Alpha Media. Sí, la verdad que es un honor de poder regresar a las comunidades, dar para atrás, muy importante. Para mí es obviamente jamás de dónde vengo, de dónde soy, yo nací en el este de Los Ángeles, con un sueño americano y nunca me voy a olvidar de eso. El hecho de que he logrado tanto, gracias al boxeo, gracias a los entrenadores, a la gente que me apoyó, la gente que creyó en mí, en mis habilidades adentro del cuadrilátero. La verdad que eso no puedo yo pagar para atrás, porque es una bendición, la verdad, que estar aquí. Obviamente nosotros hemos estado ya dando para atrás a los gimnasios por 8 años, a diferentes gimnasios por toda la nación, y la verdad que es una bendición, porque muchos de los jovencitos necesitan ese apoyo, ese empuje para sobresalir, para tener las ganas de soñar. Yo me recuerdo viendo estos niños aquí, yo me recuerdo cuando yo tenía su edad, yo sé la importancia de este día, así que gracias por tenerme, gracias por estar aquí, les agradezco por estar aquí, y les agradezco todo. Makes it possible. He makes he's not only a partner, but he's not only a partner, but he's we've been doing this for 8 years, and we've been doing this for 8 years. So we go all over the 8 years of state or give different states or give different gyms without
5 gyms a year.
5 gyms a year. So
Yeah, we've been doing this 8+ years. Yeah, we've been doing this 8+ years. Gyms. To me, gyms are boxing gyms. To me, gyms are boxing. That's part of the community, right? It ties the community. Gives kids places to go. Gives safe opportunity for kids to go to. I grew up to going to boxing gyms too. I grew up to going to boxing gyms too. But I love the boxing gym. I love what it does. I love the boxing gym. I love what it does. I think that's why we continue to do this. And I think that's why we continue to do this. Do this for a long time and be able to provide safe equipment for the kids. Be able to provide safe equipment for the kids. Provide some inspiration through this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll post the photos real quick with all of you on there. Photos real quick with all of you on there. Alright. Alright, let's straight to Chris. Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
Should I do it?
There we go.
Yeah.
We're all fighters. We're all fighting for something.
Awesome. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna bring up some of the fighters. If you're a boxer at this gym, if you could please come up and we'll have you take a picture with Oscar.
You want to? You don't have to. You don't want to.
Oh, there is it.
Go.
Alright, so what we'll do is,
I mean, I'm gonna get in the
so
picture with him.
if you're tiny, come sit here in the front. So
But
my
not as a
shoulder-
boxer, as a filmmaker.
It's like that one for the movie, right?
If you're tiny, come here in the front. We'll have you sit.
For these people.
Alright, now you guys who are a bit taller, go ahead. You can stand in.
Right? Garcia knows what he has to do. Yeah, it's annoying that you have to.
Push your way past him. Push your way past this guy. Yeah, tell him you're a student, you're a teacher, you're going in. Get in there. Go. Get behind that guy.
He's gonna have these last years in boxing. He should make them worthwhile. He should make them worthwhile and really build his legacy to become one of the best.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I wanted to ask you, like, what would you tell somebody who is barely starting to train boxing and dreams of becoming a champion like yourself?
I would really look into their eyes and say, are you serious? Are you serious about becoming a fighter? Because it's not easy. You know, getting punched in the head, getting punched in the face, getting your air knocked out, your wind knocked out, it's not easy. So are you serious? Are you going to give 100%? And if they're serious and they do, then it's more power to them. It's not an easy sport, but life is not easy, and so there's a lot of parallels with life and boxing. So I would just say, yeah, you have to be serious about what you're doing. When you lace up those gloves, you're not hitting a baseball, you're not throwing a football. You're actually, that's how they say you don't play boxing.
You do boxing.
You do boxing. You fight boxing. It's you're hitting somebody's head. So you have to make sure that you do it 100%.
And on that note, what do you think got you through training? Sometimes myself as a boxer, I find myself kind of getting discouraged sometimes,
Sure.
You really feel the loneliness of the sport sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's a very lonely sport.
That bag.
You're up in the ring, it's you in the bag. It's a very lonely sport out there, running a few miles out in the street by yourself, pounding on the pavement. It's a lonely sport, but it's a sport that helped me to reflect on life, on what I really want to do. I mean, am I built for this or am I not built for this? Boxing for me helped me to set my foundation for life, Whether I was going to become a fighter or I wasn't going to become a fighter, I had that foundation, that strong foundation because of boxing. Boxing made me a strong person mentally, Boxing made me realize that I am worth it, Punching that heavy bag and you want to quit, just keep going. Don't quit. You're sweating. You're tired. Like you control that narrative, and so that's what boxing is, man. One-on-one. It teaches you heart. It teaches you discipline, desire. It teaches you to never give up.
And I just wanted to ask, what do you think was the most satisfying victory of your career for you personally that you really sat with yourself and you were like,
personally,
I really did that one?
Yeah. You know what? I'll never forget. Barcelona 1992, winning the Olympic gold medal. I remember that final bell rang. I had to fight 6 times with 6 different countries. That final bell of the final fight, where I just put my hands down and I knew I won. I was relieved. I was like, all the pressure was off me because the world was watching. So that had to be my sweetest victory ever in boxing, and the fact that I did it for my mother.
Well, thank you very much, Oscar. It was really nice talking to you.
You got it, brother.
Hope to see you one day. Take care.
You got it, brother.
Get in there, Audrey, get in there.
All right.
Hold that, Nick.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Hermano.
Hold on, I just got right here, okay?